Yo people, welcome back to the business. I'm your host again, Nizar Ashraff, and today we're actually speaking about a business. Today we're speaking about the brand Beardfluence by my guy Shabs, and as you can already see from the products and packaging, it gives very luxury, Knightsbridge, Harrods kind of vibes. That's the feel that I get off your brand. But before we kind of just get into your brand and we delve into all of that, as precisely as you can, just tell us who you are and what interests you.
Wow. Okay. So I'm Shabs. I'm the founder of Beardfluence London. We are a movement. It's a way of life. It's a religion. I'm joking. I don't take myself that seriously. No. So it's a beard care brand. What interests me? Business. People that use my products. Cheap plug. What else interests me? People that I meet in this entrepreneur journey. I'm just starting. Just life and travel.
I saw you did tweet the other day that it started with a vision in 2019.
Yes. Yeah.
It turned into a movement in 2020. No, 2021 it turned into a movement. I
missed
something.
Yeah.
What was it 2020?
I think I said in 2019 it started with a vision.
Community.
And then 2020 it started with a community. And then in 2021, it became a movement. And I just say that to say that there's a funny story behind this. So yes, I did start in 2019, but that was kind of like my testing phase. By the way, this is like completely selfish. Like I just wanted my own product because I just didn't see something that I wanted aesthetically or in terms of what a product did. But I say that to say in 2019, I first started experimenting with different ingredients, different things that would work for myself, started to test it with a few people, and I did what everybody tells you not to do, which is to basically talk about your business before you started. But actually, that built up a momentum. So as I'm kind of experimenting with stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's called Beardfluence London, it's going to launch. Here's my mailing list. I ain't got products at this point, by the way. Like, this is all just me starting out. But, I met like-minded people, and in 2019, I grew a sizable following and had a launch last year, and this been history ever since. And that's kind of where we started.
So the moment that it turned into a community, would you say that was kind of the shaping of your brand, and I guess the rest is kind of history, but was that moment like the whole shaping and... Yeah.
So essentially what I had done in 2019 is that I had put out that I was starting this business. And funnily enough, nothing's ever planned, by the way. So I had hella delays. I had loads of delays in terms of just getting the product right. And I'm a perfectionist. So before I wanted anything released, I wanted it done well. So every time I was delayed, I was still putting out content and I was still building like a community of people that were interested in beard care. And what I had found actually, because cheap plug time, this is the night product and this is the day one. So what I wanted...
This is the one that I don't have.
This is the one. We'll sort you out.
Cool.
So this is the one with oud. But what I had found...
Does this one not have oud?
This is sandalwood. It's
a very... It was oud.
Because it's a woody scent, the sandalwood is very similar to oud. So a lot of people think it is. But what I found out in the process of putting the content out is that a lot of guys actually want products that not only look good but work. So in terms of when I say targeted treatments, I mean the night product is something that works overnight. Obviously, it's got castor oil, peppermint, caffeine, which is very rare, and it's something that works, to promote growth essentially. But what I had found, just like in skincare, you might find this deals with hyperpigmentation and this deals with another issue. You don't really have that as much in beard care. So we wanted intentional products, and I found that there was a need for it. And also a need not to be marketed like lumberjacks or Vikings. So if you go to Boots or wherever, no disrespect to them, everybody's, money off from it, but everybody's trying to do something. But, we don't need to be marketed in those sorts of ways. Sometimes you might want something that's a bit more sophisticated, something that's gift presentation ready. And that was the gap in the market. And, our customer base and sales have been testament to that there is time for something different. It is time for a targeted beard care type product.
Yeah, I definitely think that's true, because even though I did win the giveaway, I tell you I was eyeing up
Congrats, by the way. A lot of people were very angry at me. A lot of people were very angry. Like, I should have run. We're doing another one soon. So
That's
yeah.
mad. Yeah, even that £250 Selfridges gift voucher, that blessed me, bro. That blessed me. Thank you so much. But I wanted to say that, yeah, even if I didn't win that giveaway, just the way you're branding and your packaging, like, when I say that this gives me, like, even the fact that this set is called Kensington, I get those feels from your brand, and I see the vision, I see how you see it, and even just the Middle Eastern influences there as well. It's proper, like proper things. Like,
but the best thing about it is, you know, and I take all of that on board in terms of the aesthetics, but this stuff works, and that's the difference. And obviously, I'm going to big, you know, what I'm doing now, but I think what a lot of people find, and a lot of my reviews have been testament to that, is that people will buy and be like, oh yeah, it looks good, I can give this as a gift, it'd be nice in my bathroom, you know, on the shelf. But they then start to use the night oil and they're like, wow, like the patches in my beard are connected. And I mean, that's what you want for your customers, isn't it? You want them to actually feel like it works, not just that it looks good.
So even in terms of your products working, right? So literally my chin hair, my beard literally started growing when I was 15.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, investing in beard products and, you know, knowing how to maintain and care for it wasn't really a thing for me as I was growing up.
Yeah.
And even up to this day, you know, your brand is literally my introduction to beard care. What I would do is maybe occasionally I'll buy carrot oil and just slap it on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't a routine or anything. I religiously put the night oil on every day. Do you get me? So, yeah, because for me, it's a thing where it would be very hard for me to tell if it works, because I think naturally my genetic is just, I've got hair. I come from a family of hair, you know what I'm saying? But for someone who, you know, has gaps in their beard and, you know, they struggle to grow their beard, what does your brand do for them?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I always say is that there's one thing we have to take into consideration, that's genetic potential, because I'm not going to sell dreams. So like in terms of what you physically can do and what you can't do, there is definitely a difference. What I can say is that, and part of the reason why I started Beardfluence is that for that product, it's the night oil. The night oil is what's going to help, because you've got castor oil, you've got peppermint, and you've got caffeine. And in terms of what actually works, or the science behind it, without getting massively technical, is that we've all got hair follicles, like here, like essentially. Some people might have a patchy beard, and what they actually have are just hair follicles that aren't really opened yet, or they're not producing hair, and what they need are nutrients, essentially. So what the caffeine does is that it helps the transfer of nutrients. It helps basically speed up the blood flow. That's the main thing it does, really. And peppermint in the same kind of way. And then the castor oil just has loads of omega-3s, which then, you know, obviously helps growth. So this is a very intentional product. Every ingredient has a purpose, and like it's my strapline on my socials, every ingredient is intentional. So for anybody that's struggling with disconnected, patchy kind of beard, I would probably say the night oil is the best for you. There is also, I mean, the day oil is great. It's much lighter. It's used for kind of everyday type of hydration. Obviously, it's called the day product. And, you know, the Bask actually as well, this one here, it's called Bask. It's a beard mask. So it's the first of its kind. So we'll get into that, but yeah.
You see the Bask, what is the importance of actually using conditioner?
Yeah.
What is the importance? Because for me, it's just like, literally, like growing up, it's just been wash and go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And you know what? It's so interesting to have this conversation and for you to say that, because what I wanted to do with the brand is really just make men feel comfortable about talking about self-care, right? Because we're just so used to just maybe just going on, just, you know, using the 5-in-1 wash for everything.
For everything,
for everything. But what I think is really good is just learning about different things. So yes, with the Bask, it's a Bask, so beard mask. And it's mainly shea based, but with amla powder and hibiscus. It's got black seed oil, it's got castor oil, it's got vitamin E. There's loads of stuff going on in there. But the importance of actually using it is to soften it. Yeah. So, you know, you don't want your girl complaining that it's rough or that, you know, whenever she touches your face, then there's bristles or whatever. But this basically, it's like a deep conditioner, essentially. But, you know, you put it on, leave it on for an hour, go about your business. And it's all about self-care as well.
Yeah.
So just like you might use a face mask, you can now use a mask, a beard mask, in a kind of similar way. But again, in the Beardfluence tradition, it does something, you know, it's going to actually help growth as well. Probably just, you know, alongside the night oil. But again, it's going to, you know, help make it softer in a similar way that conditioner would do for your hair.
Yeah. You know, I'd definitely say that since using the night oil, the amount of compliments I've received about my beard, because literally, I think now I can literally see that it's glistening, it's got something to it, you know what I'm saying? Whereas before, it's like, I've just got a beard, do you know what I'm saying? So it's made a finishing touch for me and my appearance to some extent, you know what I'm saying? So with what you're doing, you really are actually promoting that confidence in younger men. And I guess
100%.
it's this whole introduction and to self-care and men's grooming on another level that probably wouldn't have experienced before.
Yeah, and for me, that's what makes it worthwhile. It's for somebody who has actually never used any beard care products to actually just start investing in themselves. And something that's really important to me actually is that I always include like a self-care card. I'm not sure if you would have got. Oh, okay, you probably got
your
that
customer
at the time.
service.
Thank
Your
you.
customer service is top notch, and I think every time I'm on Twitter, what I do see is that there's always customer reviews, and I think I saw someone from across in the USA recently share a review, and just I've always just heard that your customer service, the packaging, everything is just on point.
I'm in service to all of my. This is why I do it. It's literally for my customers, and they are part of the business. You know, in a lot of companies or business, even businesses that I've worked in, you know, my background is actually, well, I'm a lawyer by day, but, you know, I've been in e-commerce for a while, even in law, and I'm not distant from my customers. Like, I will talk to them. It's very sad, but I will literally be like, so how did you find this? Like, what's going on with you? And, you know, part of me, that is rewarding. And just to go back to the the self-care point, actually, is that every card comes with what I call a self-care insert, which has basically a quote on it. And the quote is, self-care is giving the world the best of you and not what is left of you. And, you know, part of the reason why I started this brand was to inspire confidence and to, you know, just open up the conversation about, you know, just good mental health and just good vibes and all that kind of stuff, just packaged up in a way that I've not seen it for beard care.
Yeah. So I guess now I want to take this conversation in another direction. One thing that I've experienced, you know, just as a young black boy growing up, was just that, you know, I would literally go to job interviews and I could literally see when I'm being looked at a certain way because of my beard. And essentially, when it came down to it, what I realized was, you know, there was this recurring thing that happened in the interviews where I'd get to the end of the interview and they'd say, you know, we really like you, we want you on board, but there's just one thing. Can you be clean shaven?
Wow.
And
wait, sorry, what year was this? Just that
so I'm 23 now. I would say probably during the time frame of 16 to 19.
And you have to say the company, but what was the industry?
Hospitality.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense, innit?
Not in my opinion, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, because I have seen that I do have a level of understanding that in hospitality, healthcare, and even some luxury retailers, their uniform standards and guidelines say clean shaven. And you know, I have worked in luxury retail as well, and just being in those spaces, whenever I see clean shaven, I feel attacked, because for me to be able to, you know, upkeep with shaving my beard every other month, I'm not cut for that. Do you get me? Like the way it's gonna grow back, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And go on, bro.
I know what you're saying. First of all, I'll just say this, and you know, this conversation goes so many different ways, but the first thing I will say, and this is to any young black kid out there that is even listening to this, is that first and foremost, you're there to work and you're there to do your best, and there should be no conversation about
That's literally anything
other than your ability, how you're actually doing in a job and the money that you're bringing in, or how you're actually performing. That should be the barometer of success, not whether you've got dreads, you know, because this isn't just
this is more than that.
And you know, whether it's locks, whether it's, you know, growing out your hair in its natural state, bruv, this is how I look. Like, you're gonna take me as how I look.
That's it.
So I can't really change that. This is the way it kind of grows out.
Yeah.
And more to the point, it's actually, there's loads of other stuff that come with, having a clean shave. Obviously, it's in my interest for everybody to just grow out their facial hair.
Yeah.
But it's not like, you can have ingrown hairs, and loads of things that aren't particularly attractive. But I think it's really about just, these are factors that exist. We can't pretend that these biases, whether it's your facial hair, whether it's locks, whether it's your skin color, they absolutely do exist. What you have to be is just the best at your job and to do your role, and you can't actually necessarily control those other factors.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy, however, for me to say that because I'm like 3 or 4 years qualified as a lawyer, and like I've kind of been through, because I didn't start out like this till now.
Oh,
Like,
straight down.
I was just very much like, it was very pared down. But as I kind of grew in my role, then it kind of just got bigger because I just didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
So I think part of it is also confidence. It's
Yeah.
saying that, I can do this job well, and I can have locks, and I can grow my hair out in its natural state, whether it's a big, massive afro or, short cropped. This is who I am.
And I guess, what does having a beard do for you? Because I know that when we as men have beards and, when we have them at different lengths and whatever, our facial structures do change.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that can be the winning thing for someone, and it can be the thing that just doesn't work
I think
for someone.
somebody said that it was like makeup for men.
Seen it
Saw
all the
that on Twitter
time.
the other
All the
day.
time.
Someone was saying like, oh yeah, you don't know what he looks like until he's actually shaved his beard. But I guarantee you, I look fine when I've shaved it.
No, same here, bro. I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable right now. Like, as much as I have a beard, and a beard is a part of my appearance, I'm very comfortable to shave it down and keep it clean.
I'm glad you said that, because this is the thing. Because I've actually had people ask me, and not that it was an offensive question, but kind of like, oh, what about men that don't have beards? And I kind of thought about that, and I was like, you know what? If you are confident, if you are happy within yourself, it doesn't actually matter, because confidence will take you far. Whether your beard has got patches, whether you don't have a beard, whoever you like, I think most important is that you own your confidence, because people can see through it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you've just kind of got facial hair because you want that to kind of carry you through, people see through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just when it comes to patches, like,
yeah.
I've had patches, do you know what I'm saying? I think only over the last year has it all really cleared up. But there's that illusion where if you zoom out, it will look full. Do you get me? Because my hair's thick like that. But I think it's a journey. And for me, I think I had patches from I was 15 up until maybe 21.
Okay, yeah, and this is the other thing, like, because I have a lot of younger guys message. I'm like, please, come, like, obviously, if you're interested in my products, then I can tell you what works, but also age. But one other tip I would really recommend, actually, is just letting it grow. Because so often you'll get to the barbershop and then it's just like, okay, it does his hair. And then you take too much of the beard down, or you cut it down. But actually, especially, going through different lockdowns, just let it grow. Yeah. Because then you will actually see the full kind of extent, like when you just don't care and just kind of let it do its thing, go wild.
Also, as well, I think a lot of people, I'm not sure whether it's an illusion, but I think some people carry an illusion that shaving makes it grow back thicker.
That's nonsense.
Nonsense.
Yeah, let's clear that up today. You heard it.
No.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, if I shave it, it will like grow back thicker and all of that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. So we have kind of even spoken about this, and can see it all right here. Like, I feel confident just looking at this and using your products. And I know that your brand does have that philosophy of, helping and empowering men when it comes to confidence.
Yeah.
I guess, how do you continue to strive to continue doing that with Beardfluence London?
I actually just came from a meeting with my friend, big up Alex. He's a published author, and he's very much in the kind of self-care space and men's mental health. And I absolutely would like to do more of that, more speaking engagements, but really just kind of getting a feel for what my customers want. They're very young, early 20s. That's the kind of the demographic. And really just to give back, to be honest, and just continue the conversation into other things.
Yeah, that's big. I think one thing that I really want, even with just my interviews, is for people to see that there's intentionality and there's purpose, and
100%.
the people that I am speaking to have that shared value of giving back to people. So yeah, honestly, bro, this has been a pleasure, and I think this is a conversation that has been long needed.
Yeah.
I've not seen an interview that is strictly just about beard care.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even just to speak about your products in itself, like
you.
top notch, because I think before I was just using a common afro comb for my beard, and the difference between using your comb's not out, but the difference between using your comb versus the normal afro comb, I was like, right, it's actually not like pulling my skin.
And this is
It's
why I
so
wanted
comfortable.
it to be bamboo, because it's tensile and
No, honestly, it's so comfortable, and this has taken me up a notch. It can take you guys up a notch as well. But just in terms of what's coming up and just your brand, where can people find you? What else is coming up?
So you can find us at www.beardfluence.com. Sold exclusively at the moment there. We're also international. Are shipped to America, Australia, anywhere. We've got you covered. We also have an outlet in Dubai. If you go to our website, we've got a barber shop that we're in partnership with. So if you want a Beardfluence treatment, you can go there. Barber King in Karama, if you know Dubai, this will be used internationally. So I'll be sending this.
I need to hit that up when I go to Dubai.
And so you can find us there. Instagram handle is Beardfluence HQ, and Beardfluence on Twitter. In terms of what's coming up, I'm always creating stuff.
Always.
Whether they're commercial and turn into products, we'll see. But I'm a very creative person, and I think even with the Basque. You've not seen it. It's something new, and that's what I'm about. It's really about pushing the conversation about what's conventional with beard care and giving you something better, and something that I personally didn't find in the market space. So anything beard related, it's coming up, and we'll make it work.
Okay, so aside from Beardfluence London, I know that you do law. Talk to us about that. What type of law are you doing? And
so I actually so I graduated, did a law degree. We won't say the date. Well, I graduated, I did a law degree. I actually interned in Dubai for a bit, but I came back to London, and then I qualified in the city. So I did a city type, what they call like a training contract. And then my first job was at netaporte.com, Mr. Porter. So I did a contract there. And it's probably unsurprising to people that I wanted to be in e-commerce because I'm by trade a luxury brands lawyer and commercial IP lawyer. And I work, in a creative agency. So that's my law journey. And to be honest, it's really informed what I do now because, you passively kind of learn how to do business or how not to, also just having things in writing, and all of that kind of stuff. But I'm currently managing it at the moment as I do this. I have fantastic support system in terms of logistics. Big up to Seicham, who runs Hutch Logistics, a black-owned business that do all of my shipping and be able to do it. Getting hundreds of orders, and you're just trying to process stuff. But that's what it's about. It's about, if you are interested in having a side hustle, it's about having people that you can trust and work with, and basically not having to feel like you can do everything yourself, that you have to do everything yourself. So that's what I do at the moment.
That's hard, man. Not only are you the founder of Beardfluence London, but you're also a full-time lawyer.
Full-time,
That's sick. But bro, honestly, I think that concludes us today. Honestly, it was a big pleasure speaking with you and speaking about beards and Beardfluence London.
Thank you.
And we're connected now, so I just love that. Networking is great. But guys, this has been The BIZNIZ with your boy, Niz. And keep it tuned, keep it locked, and I'll see you guys soon.